So if you're making a little project, a big project, or in this case, many little projects, I'd like to show you the tape method that I use here at the Brickside. So this is painter tape. It is not masking tape. I know a lot of people use masking tape. I would recommend something that's like middle to low tack. But for the sake of this, I like to reuse tape. So I already have a couple that I've used before, although these ones look a little short. Maybe I'll use brand new tape. Alright, so what you're going to do, peel it off as you would any other tape. And you're going to want a piece that's long enough to cover the area you need. So like that. And then rip it off. And then I work from the bottom of my board to the top. Now I place these so they're far enough away so that I'm going to do this in 3 different pieces. But I make sure that I cover the entire bottom and I touch both ends. And then I kind of stick down the edges and then kindly push the tape onto the beads. And then I'll do that again with the next piece. You see I did not cover up the next one. That way these will come off in their own piece. The more you do this, the faster you'll get at it. Now the problem that you have is that if the tape does drop down on the beads before you're ready to stick it down, it will stick to the beads and you might have to replace a bunch of them, which can be a big pain. And for the sake of it, I will show you with some reused tape. This is also the deco tape, I can tell by the color. So you'll see it's not big enough to cover all the way over. But in this case, see I'm going from the one side to the other because I don't want to pull those beads. And you can see, oh, look at that. See, we got a couple rogues going on here. That one goes up there and this one comes down here. I'll use this one and I'm going to cover the top. That one went over a little bit further. So we're going to take this. We're going to go over top of that one. And here. So the next thing I do is I've got boards that I bring over. So I pick this up. Try to do this on camera. Now it's sandwiched together. And then I'm going to pull it away from the camera and then flip it. And there you go. So then you got to be real careful because you can see down here it's stuck to the board. It kind of started folding over. So I peel these off a little bit. I've got my handy dandy tweezers. There we go. And then I can pull this up, and if you're lucky, it just comes off real nice and easy. Hold down the last pieces and pull my board off. Now, this is a good time that if any of your beads have decided they were going to wander off, like that. Man, I can't even make it do it. There you go. Now you can say, oh, look at that. That one's in a bad spot. And you can line it back up. So if you did have a bunch that kind of fell over while you were doing it or taping it, and you've taken your beads, you've lined them back up as best you can because it's difficult when you're just doing it on tape and not on a board. So you line them up as best you can, and then you can take a clear board and go over top, make sure you got it all lined up, and then just go back and forth, and then poof, it'll be all lined up and ready for ironing. Hopefully that works for you.